Case in point, Bradley Graeme is currently bouncing a completely illicit football off his head. His short, shiny twists are jumping, and his grin is wide and carefree, the way only a truly terrible person's can be. Minnie leans in as we walk by. Do you think Brad's applying to Cambridge? Of course he is, I mutter. When does he ever miss a chance to show off? So you might see him at interviews and stuff, right? Ugh, God forbid. I don't care. Stop looking at him. She arches an eyebrow. You've started it. Yeah, well, who can avoid looking at Bradley? His sheer annoyingness creates his own gravitational pull. His fan club, consisting of 70% boys' football team and 30% girls whose parents pay for their mammoth Depop wardrobes, which equals 100% skinny, glowing people who practice TikTok dances unironically and spend their weekends being bland and hooking up at house parties, is absolutely entranced by his tomfoolery like they've never seen a ball before. Except for Jordan Cooper, who rolls his eyes, snatches the ball out of the air, and says in his flat American accent, "Cut it out, or Mr. Darling will rip you a new one." Mr. Darling is our head of year, a tightly wound geography teacher who hands out detentions like he gets paid by the hour. Bradley just laughs, as if he fears nothing in the world, which is an absolute lie. But then, I've always believed he is fake and false and entirely made of earth-destroying plastic, so that tracks. I'm in the process of looking away with withering disdain when he, inconvenient down to his very soul, glances up and catches my eye. Great. I give him my filthiest look. But his grin doesn't falter. In fact, it gets wider. He raises his eyebrows and I can practically read his thoughts. Watch me again, Bangura? I glare. You wish. His smile turns into a smirk. Ugh.
September's supposed to be fresh and crisp like the empty pages of my brand new notebook, but so far, it's murky and hot as balls. When Max Donovan drags the gang up to the field at lunch and asks, 5 aside, I look at him like he's off his nut. What, does he want me to sweat through my first day of school outfit? No thanks, Jordan says, while I'm still contemplating the horrors of unplanned exercise. He doesn't mind sweating out of uniform. He just has this thing about treating his Yeezys right. Dono rolls his eyes and chucks the ball my way. Bradders, you in? I'm not, but I can't resist the urge to keep it off the ground. A quick tap with my right foot, my left, then my knee, then my chest. No thanks, I say, and do it again. Show off, Jordan murmurs. I stick my tongue out at him and kick the ball back to Dono, who snorts derisively. Christ, you're a pair of wet wipes. He's our team captain, in possession of a killer left foot, floppy golden hair and sparkling blue eyes. His smiles are always wide and mocking, barely hiding his fangs. I used to have the most unholy crush on him. What about the rest of you pillocks? The guys milling around this makeshift pitch practically stand to attention. I imagine rigid salutes and a chorus of "Sir, yes, sir," to match their worshipful looks. Dono has an ego problem. I'm qualified to point this out because I also have an ego problem, and the team really doesn't help. Jordan and I leave them to it. There's a weeping willow at the edge of this field, creating a pool of cool green shade that's calling my name. 5 minutes later, we're curtained off from the rest of the world by a veil of leaves. I lie back, head on my rucksack, and crack open my well-loved copy of All Systems Red. I'm rereading the Murderbot diaries again, mostly to torture myself with the fact that I'll never write anything this good. Or possibly anything at all.